Alrighty, let's turn the music down just a little bit here. I think I've got my fan still on. Alright, there we go. How is everyone today? I hope you're doing well. Oh, goodness gracious. I was a little behind on getting ready today, but I'm here, and I hope you all have a wonderful day today. So, I've only got a couple of guys left to do for my Frostgrave Warband, so I'm thinking of doing this thug up here. So I'm going to start off with some skin tones, and because I like to start from darker colors and then work my way up. Oof, that is way too exposed. Let me get my skin out of the shot there. Let's go into the exposure here. I'm just going to turn that down a little bit. And there we go, that's something bearable. Let's just on this little guy here. You can see I was playing with the leather contrast paints, wanting to see if I could get him to look nice and tidy with some minimal effort. I can see there's a mold line that needs to be just sliced away there. And just a little bit of one right there. Weird place for a mold line. Can't remember if I had to glue this guy together or not. I may have had to assemble him, I can't remember. Not for the life of me. But how is everybody today? Are you guys having a good day? Hope you have a wonderful day. So I'm going to be painting about this close, so let's make sure that I've got the focus ready ahead of time for that. That's going to be about like this. That's too close. There we go. So this seems to be a sweet spot. So my lovely community has returned me back into a hobby that is going to add to my miniature hoard. This is a good thing, I think, because I was previously a bit jaded in the war game scene with Games Workshop, but they have convinced me things are not all bad or things have changed, so I'm joining back in. Give me 1 second, just gonna grab some paper towel. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that there. Hey, Wolf Parable, nice to see you. So what I was saying, now I thought I was never really going to go back into wargaming, so I I played Tyranids in Games Workshop, or in 40K, during 5th edition of the game. So I had, this was back from when I was in college, I had a great deal of Tyranid miniatures, and in a fit of frustration, I had basically thrown out a close to all of them. Now, or not close to all of them, I can't say that. I thought that I threw out almost everything. I threw out 2 Tervagons, I threw out a Tyrannofex, a Tyranid Prime. Like, I got rid of a lot of minis, right? Now, this was largely out of frustration for how unorganized things were, and I was just like, you know what, I'm done. It wasn't even related to the game. It was just the fact of how disorganized I felt in my home, right? And I was desperate to make space. I think at the time I had a bunch of miniatures that were going to be coming in, and I was like, I need to have space in the house. So that was one of my solutions. I was just like, goodbye minis. Now, that being said, I went the other day and I was like, okay, like I'm probably not going to play Games Workshop Warhammer 40K, but I am interested in Grimdark Future, which the models work perfectly for, because it's a fan-based game off of Warhammer 40K. So I'm going through, and I find out that I still have like a 3,800, maybe a 4,000 point army in what they call the Alien Hive. Like I like pulled out the spreadsheets. I'm like, okay, what do I actually have? I have a lot. So apparently, my efforts were in vain. So how does that game work? Grimdark Future? It is very, very similar to how at least 5th edition Warhammer was. So, but everything's a lot more simple. So it's not like, so when you attack, there's not 3 phases, because before, when I was playing in 5th edition, you shoot to hit, and then they roll against your arm, or you roll against the armor, and then you roll to wound, or they're against their toughness. This is just like, did you hit them? See, like, you know, did you shoot them? Okay, now take away all the misses, roll those against toughness. Those are all wounds. It's a very simple game, because it's literally like, as their company name implies, one-page rules. It's meant to be simple and fast. I would recommend checking out Wylock Armory. He did a video about the game. So, and he explained the rules, and he's got a couple of, what do you call them? Battle reports, or let's plays of the game. So, if you want to find out about it, it's, you know, it's pretty straightforward. The movement, not too different. It just, like, everything is made with the intention of being not terribly complex, so that the game moves faster, and, you know, you can, you know, introduce new players to the game more easily. Like, it's just very generic, in a very positive way is the best way I can put it. Yeah. Oh no, exactly. I prefer simple games. I don't want their, like, to make a Dungeons and Dragons example. I don't want there to be an entire paragraph or three just on explaining how to grapple a person. Um, Overly complex rules more often than not bog and slow down a game. Um, but, for people who prefer simulationist play, I'm using that term again, more rules is advantageous. Hey, Wylox Quill, it's nice to see you. Bonjour. Bonjour. So we are just working on the darkest tones for this guy, and then we're going to work our way up. Just doing my base coats. This will make it so I don't have to use washes. And this is how I paint. Cool. So, have I gotten all the skin tones in there? Because this guy looks like he's not wearing any clothes, or not wearing a shirt underneath his breastplate. So we're just going all in. Which does not feel like it would be a very comfortable way to wear armor. But, like, when you look at, like, some of the folds there, like, that looks like that's his armpit and where his pectoral would be. So, if that's how he wants to rock, that's how he wants to rock. Jack can't stream. Warhammer always interested me when I was younger. But it was put off by the chonky rules and codexes. And you know what? Okay, so back when I did play more often, and I was trying to convince my friends, like, hey, let's play Warhammer. And I tried to explain the rules. I managed to get one friend to play a game once. And then, like, afterwards, like, he was just like, my head hurts and I don't want to play again. He said it in a very much more polite manner than that. But that was ultimately what it came down to. He was like, no, I appreciate it. Can we just play magic cards instead? And man, like, when someone has an easier time with magic than they do, like, another game, for one, he hadn't played war games before, so I'm just gonna start off with that. That's not a statement about Warhammer, but Magic is not a simple game. It always comes down to individual. But yeah, so I'm excited to try and get this game to work out for me. So I'm gonna pull up my reference here because I can't remember exactly which colors I use for my muscly skin tones, but this is why we keep our references, right? So and I hope you're having a great day today, Jack Kane Stream. Nice to see you. One of my friends recommended War Machine. I have a friend who plays War Machine in Hordes. I haven't played it myself, but it sounds like it's cool. There we go. Paint references. So I still have a nice war game feel, but with what ended up being easier to wrap my head around is the rule set. And big mechs are a plus. I agree to that so wholeheartedly. Let's see here. I am looking at... Nope, that's not what I want. There we go. So part of me is I just look for my skin paint reference. I've developed a little bit of a library. Here we go. So for this dude, I'm not going to go all the way dark. And I don't feel comfortable with this picture entirely, so I'm not going to share it. My apologies. It's ugh. I had to like cover the person's face because it was uncomfortable for me to look at. All right, let's see here. So I would say the next one up would be like a Barbarian Flesh color, or tanned flesh, or whatever. That feels more right. This is like a dwarf skin. Don't I have a paint called Barbarian Flesh? What happened to that? Oh, you know what? I think I got rid of it. That's right. All right, so cool. You know what? We'll start off with tanned flesh from Army Painter for my next layer. You're having a pretty good day. I hope yours is going well too. Mine is not too bad. I am painting before I go to work. I work at 4 p.m. And right now, for me, it is 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Well, 12:25, but, if we're going to be specific. But it's going well. So I can't help but ask, Jack, do you stream? Is your name a pun? Is it pun-y? I can't, because if you are, feel free to share a link to your stream, or I can give you a shout out. I don't know if you came in from one of the streaming communities that I posted in. This is going to be, you know what, we'll just go with it. That's a little too much paint. Just top that off. So I've realized this is probably going to be a bad painting because I haven't eaten yet. I had a banana, but that is not nearly enough. So it's possible I might end up taking a break and we'll just have like a cereal talk. Be like, hey, I'm eating cereal. What are you guys up to? I'm sorry. I'm so clustered sometimes. My viewers know I do get the handshakes. Like I'm not able to keep it too well right now. So I'm just trying to like do some of the techniques I usually do. Like anchoring. Not yet, my setup is ready, and maybe I'll start streaming someday soon. It was mainly to match my Twitter handle. I'm one of Mikey's mates from Ireland. Oh, you're that Jack. I see. Well, good day to you, Jack. Lovely to see you. Do you do mini painting as well there, Jack, or you do gaming? I know you said that you do a war machine. What kind of stream are you planning on doing? Are you planning on doing a gaming stream? I thought the handle was familiar. I've definitely seen you in Mikey's chats before. In his streams. I do, the one I'm painting. Oh, that's right. You're the one painting Black Rose Wars. Yes, you and me were having a discussion about using the Black Rose War minis for both Frostgrave and for Dungeons and Dragons. That's right. That's right. We've talked before. There we go. My apologies. My memory is not remarkable. I'll get it down. Gonna remember you better now. Nope. Valid. That's fair. How are your Black Rose War minis going along, by the way? And if you ever want to share some of your paint jobs, I do have a Discord server as well. You can get the link for that just by entering !Discord in the Twitch chat. Got a very oh my goodness, I've got a very throat that needs to be cleared apparently. No, what I was going to say is I've got a very friendly and welcoming community. It's a very good safe space for, you know, exploring paint jobs and the like, getting tips, recommendations. Very supportive community. So yeah. You're already in the Discord. Well, heck, all right. What is your Discord handle? Because clearly my memory is just garbage. I need to get the association in my head. Oh, your crit fail. That's why. There we go. Okay, because I knew that crit fail was from Mikey's server. Okay. Crit fail is Jack. Got it. Wolf Parable. And you can be spammed by my space boys. No, hey, it's all good. There's no pressure to be active or anything if you're already in there. That's right, because your Twitch handle used to be crit fail, wasn't it? Because I remember having a discussion with Mikey saying that crit fail was hanging out in my streams, and he was like, "Oh, really? That's a friend of mine." And I was like, "Oh, cool." Things are coming together in my mind now. I regret nothing. as I assemble another one to do the silver temper. Crit fail, then deceptively wise meme lord. That's what it was. Yes, yes, yes. There we go. Deceptively wise meme lord. That's what it was. Haha. You're keeping me on my toes if you keep changing it like that. I am doing just terrible in this skin. Mind you, it doesn't help that I'm using Army Painter, so hopefully once I build up to the Vallejo, it will work out a little bit better for me. You know, I'm going to be just right back. I'm going to stuff my face quickly so that hopefully my hands aren't quite so shaky. So I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. I've got just a small bowl of cereal here. Being in a slump, I understand that so very, very well there, Jack. Being a slump is really hard. So in the priming, Jack, what I do, because it's winter here right now, I take my rattle cans and I put them in the absolute hottest tap water that I can get. So just a little bit below boiling. And I let them sit in there. And basically make sure that they're properly warm so they're not congealed. And then I take that and you know, I go outside and I do as much priming as I can. But that's what I've been doing here to make sure that when I'm zenithaling, like obviously, rattle can's never going to be as clean as airbrushing, but yeah, I mean that's how I primed these models. But if you got an airbrush, Vallejo surface primer works for airbrushes, so maybe that'll help you. All right, there we go. Food and slightly steadier hands. Tried to speed eat that as fast as I could. So hopefully that'll help me out here. Next investments will be inks. I love inks, Jack. Jack, inks are my favorite. They changed the game in terms of painting for me. That is no exaggeration. Yeah, this is far too watery. Gosh darn it. Army painter, why can't you have a consistent paint? Their paints are so just ugh. This guy has like 1 year. I wonder if the other one got caught off. Battle injury of some sort. Maybe he's got a cauliflower ear. And when all the cartilage in your ear gets busted up. Shay. Nice to see you. Always a welcome face to join in here. How are you doing today, Shay? I hope you're doing just lovely. On your phone, so we'll take some time to answer. Hey, that's all good, Shay. There's no rushes here, you know that. No need to rush anything, no need to apologize. It's just a relaxing place. And after this stream, I'll see you at Kay's stream. Hopefully. If you're just lurking there, that's okay too. You know the protocol. That is all good. You trying to sleep in normal schedule again? So if so, that sounds like a good thing. I mean, really, whatever works for you best is really all there is to it. Hey, you've got a normal sleep schedule. That's good. It's usually a bit easier to socialize when your schedule is along the lines with everyone else's. Needs to clean up my desk area, I think. It's a bit too much dust. It's getting my allergies. Mission success. Have assembled yet another space boy. Let's see here. Excellent. 1 second, I'm just going to mute. And good, there we go. Try to spare you the sounds of me blowing my nose. And spare you the sounds of sniffles as well. Oh, hi, Gannon. Also, strangely, the Shocky Claw thing from Firstborns fits the arm nicely because it's so bulky and it doesn't look any smaller. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm very happy to hear that. You know I'm going to ask for photos, but I also know that you're going to post the photos anyways, which is good. Makes me very happy. Skin's starting to look a little more how I imagine it's probably supposed to look. The dark colors are working nicely as shadows. Oof, and as soon as I turn around the model, clearly need to focus more here. That's okay. Have you had a chance to look at the rules? Remember when you were we were talking about it? You picked up the snake people and that likes. Did you get a chance to get the PDF or? Because let me know. Because if you put in an order for the physical book, I have a PDF of it that you can read in the meantime while waiting for it in the mail. But just be sure to let me know, that's all. The suggestions and advice have helped a lot. Shay, I'm almost done with Zabuza. Need to work a bit on the base. It's looking good. I like what I last saw there. And I still can't believe they made the sword out of foam. It looks very, very good. And then I have not yet looked, but looked at was the wizard stuff. Fair enough. Well, you let me know, cause I don't mind sharing the PDF as long as you get the base game or like as a book or something like that. Just because the guys who do it, Osprey, as we've discussed before, it's a miniature agnostic game, so most of the earnings they get are actually from the book itself. So I just want to make sure that, they're not the biggest of companies. They've got some great hits on it, but I just want to make sure that they get their cut, They put in a lot of hard work on it. Versus like 40K, where if you don't buy the book, that's fine. You're paying Games Workshop hundreds in miniatures. Alright, there we go. He's got a funny little smirk on him on the one side, and he's got such a weird facial expression. It's very satisfying to create the sword with film. I'm happy to hear that. Well, this looks uggo at the moment, but hopefully, if I just follow the process, it'll eventually look better, I hope. It looks like butts right now. I am not blind to this looking like butts. I should, though, before I go too much further, I should put in the eyes. And the eyebrows. There we go. Stab a little pupil on there. So, nicked the eyebrow with the pen when I lifted up, but that's okay. Because I'm about to just put like a dark brown or something on the eyebrow. Let's go with this color. Because it's right beside me. This is a nice eyebrow color. It's supposed to be dark skin, but with this shade, I think that would work perfectly just for like an eyebrow. Yeah, you know? Have to look at it as a color and not just the label. But that being said, I think it's very important that there be dedicated colors for dark skin, so that we don't end up having to do things like mud for dark skin, because that's really upsetting. Alrighty, putting up a pic. Excellent, looking forward to it. Shay, oh, you're going to sleep. Will you have yourself a wonderful rest of the night there? Shay, sleep well. I will see you at Kay's stream. Have a wonderful night. And if not, feel free to say hello to me on Discord when you wake up. You're always welcome to just give me a little hello. I haven't seen you for a while. This is such a weird facial expression. I'm having such a hard time painting this guy just because of how weird he looks. Like, I'm gonna try and pull this up as close as I can here. So that's the focus. We're gonna go like way up here. I want you to see what I'm looking at here. So he's got like this like very like I'm gonna get ya face. But when I rotate him around, he's got this, like, from this angle, he's got this, like, haha smile. And then when we just look at it, like, from this angle, he just looks like, you know, maybe he's focused. He's like, yeah. And then we, like, turn around, and he's like, huh? He's such a weird face, this guy. This guy is remarkable. He's not exactly a pretty boy. No, he's not. It's definitely not a, yeah. Not gonna see him on the cover of any magazines. I mean, that's okay, because I'm going to use him as a thug. So, you know, it's fine. I can't help but be like, you're such a weird model. I mean, it's a great model, don't get me wrong. It's just weird looking. This was in like a characterful way. I have to specify that I am a Reaper partner. This is a Reaper model. Just he's so funny looking. I feel like this is one of those models I'm gonna love more and more as I paint it. It's with like the amount of character he has to him. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna call that done for the Army Painter color because I'm really tired of using Army Painter. I picture him with a Tommy guy saying, "Yeah, see." This is how it's gonna go. See? Yeah. What is that from? That's very, very, like, nostalgic, but I can't remember what it's from. Was it? I think I just remember it from, like, Bugs Bunny, but I know Bugs Bunny was, like, quoting, like, a pop culture reference when they did it. You're gonna put the goods in the bag, see? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Where's paperclip when I need one? Yeah, Bugs Bunny is mostly what I remember it from as well. But like, they so often are like making pop culture references, like even back then, right? There we go. Oh my goodness, this is so. Oh, I'm already going like from such a quality difference in paint. Oh yes, yes, thank you. Brush size. Reminds me of the other line that you would usually hear along with that. Yeah, shut up. Oh my goodness. cannot remember the last time a cartoon said shut up. Alright, models all primed for later. The last Space Marine for a hot minute so we can get some more playable models done. They can totally be fun. They can be fun. I'm really looking forward to my Chaos models. I'm super looking forward to them. Because they have like some of those features that are like nice to paint in Space Marines, but they have more details and trims, which is like kind of like what I like to do. Largely because it's a distraction away from my inability to wet blend. I cannot wet blend to save my life. Fun fact. Held again to my head and you're like, wet blend or die. I'd be like, okay, well, it was nice knowing you, world. I just can't do it. I'm not good at wet blending. Oh. Had to sneeze. Yeah, if you look like through my Instagram, none of the miniatures have wet blending on them. Lord Pulgasaur might. I can blend inks, because inks are like super easy to wet blend, because that's just like their viscosity is much smoother. But yeah. May have done wet blending on Lord Pulgasaur on his hot scissor hands, but that would have been it. Usually I just do layering. I think that's like the collar of his armor actually, so I don't think I actually have to do that one. That's nice. What a funny looking guy. His facial expression changes when I rotate him. Oh, I can't wet blend. I cannot wet blend to save my life. If you held a gunpoint to me and you were like, wet blend, or I shoot, I die. Just kind of why I need to get my airbrush kit out. Ugh. Nope, I can't. I'm very slow with my brushes. I assure you, I have tried wet blending numerous times. Results in failure every time. But I appreciate the encouragement. I'm all about encouraging people. So who knows? Maybe I will surprise myself one day and I'll be able to do it. But for now, just really bad weakness of mine. I'm just gonna fix that up because that looks a little weird. Like, I've even tried the two brush technique, which doesn't work out for me. Okay, so this guy's face is looking like a face. I'm gonna get one more highlight on him. It's like that. Is that one a little bit more highlighty? It's a totally different skin tone. Let's put this one. Yeah. This is. This one we're just gonna put in a few areas. Your Orc Stone Axe. Yes, I know that one was a wet blend. I know it was a wet blend. Because when you told me it was a wet blend, my response was, darn it. Just gonna mix these two tones together. Took like 2 minutes. Is that supposed to encourage me, or is that supposed to tell me it took a long time? I can't tell. I do more like feathering than I do wet blending. I need to remember a couple of techniques actually right now. Apparently, I had forgotten them. I was supposed to try and do. Forgot all about the face color map. The gray was easier than most things to blend, so it should help. Yeah, no, I could try to do that. I mean, with 2 shades of gray, you are right, it's a little bit easier that way. Hello, Fiddlewort. How are you? Trying to get the rest of my... This guy is looking a bit ugly, if I'm going to be honest. Skin tones are just not matching up. You know what? If he looks awful, that's okay. He just doesn't go on Instagram then. That's just how that'll be. Long day at work, so singling yourself out at home with some mellow minis. Nice. I support that. I gotta still go to work at, what is that, like 2.5 hours? So, not terribly looking forward to it. That's fine though. Alright, and, no, who am I kidding? Top of head is way too bright. That is just nonsense. I'm dulling that down. That is not, there we go. Because he's gonna have that bright of, he's gonna be bald like that. Dude's gonna get sunburned. He's not gonna have a, bright pale head like I am doing right now. That's just not going to make sense. Alright. Oh, you're going to go for a bit? Well, I'll see you around Wolf Parable. You have a good one. Fiddlewort, you scared Wolf Parable away. What are you doing? I'm teasing, of course. I'm teasing. Don't leave. You're always welcome here. I tend to scare people. No, don't leave. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. This guy is so weird looking. I don't like him. Here, one sec. Nope. I don't want people to hear me blow. Alright. Let's get some dark leather on here. Let's go through all the little bits. Start off with favorite dark brown, charred brown. So what kind of work do you do, Fiddlewort? You're always dressed very nicely, so I feel like it's like a proper white collar job. Like banking or something. Or like a finance company, or IT at a, I don't know, finance company. Because when I actually go to work, like I work in IT, but nobody sees me except for my coworkers. So like I wear like cargo shorts and like band shirts. Mostly promotional photography. And oh, that's right, you were mentioning that you do photography. That's right. COVID times, a bit more on the design side. Fair enough. I think I hear a cereal bag. Don't know if you guys can hear the cereal bag. Got any cool paint jobs that you're working on coming up soon, Philward, or any builds like what do you call it? Like terrain? I can use words. I can speak good. Heading off to bed for the night. Have a good one there, Jack. Nice to see you. I'll be sure to post in the Discord once you get your paints in. Hey, I mean, feel free. There's other channels too. You don't have to. It's not like you can only chat in there if you paint. You can talk about the war games and stuff. If you want to talk about hordes and war machines, I guarantee there'll be people who are interested in talking about it. So, no need to feel like you can only talk about painting. Hello, something witchy. Well, I just got here. Hey, it's all good. I think Blood and Plunder live battle will be your next stream. Oh, I killed the music. I killed it. You're so hyped that you finally caught one of these. Hey, it's all good. I'm glad to see you here. Something witchy. We are painting a thug for use in the game Frostgrave. So he's a little bit ugly right now. He's not very beautiful looking, but hopefully I'll be able to figure something out with him, make him look a little nicer. Still in his ugly stage. But it's nice to have you here. I'm very excited to see you come over from Kay's stream. He's thugly. Oh, I like that. I like thugly. Thugly is good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to paint over like some of the contrast paints that I was testing out on the model as well. But how are you doing, something witchy? Have you been up to anything hobby related recently, or anything interesting outside of the hobby? I mean, our lives are more than just our hobby. Although sometimes I wouldn't mind if that was just my entire, like, my job. hoping to have some cool, unique, less known miniatures up on stream pretty soon. I have some oh, where's the stickers? I have some Sabavka minis that I got in the mail, so I'm hoping to paint those up. Here we go. So for anyone who's not familiar with the brand Zabavka, Mocha Minis painted up a bunch of their animal dudes, and they're just so cool looking. So I want to make sure I share them with the rest of you. I also have some Green Wolf miniatures that'll be coming up. For anyone who's interested in Warhammer 40k, there can be some proxy for Chaos Space Marines, which will be cool. Something witchy. We're getting there. I know, right? Just one day at a time. I'm also hoping to get some Blood Carrot Knight minis. So hopefully I'll have something cool that I can share with you guys. Looks like I'm gonna have to do a little bit of skin right there. I don't remember hearing this song on my playlist. Am I playing the wrong playlist? No, I'm not. Oh, I think I see what's going on here. I am not in the right playlist at all. Oh no. Oh, jeez. Okay. Keen to see what you do with the Green Wolf minis you linked me a while back. Yeah! Cough attack. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna... Well, I'm wanting to actually, like, play some Grimdark Future, so I'm gonna be using some Games Workshop minis there, but I'm also wanting to get as many like third-party company minis I can, and so I'm going to be painting up like kind of like a the Black Legion or Dark Legion or whatever it's called. But I'm just more excited for like showcasing the models, because I really want to give as much support as I can to those smaller companies. Oh, these are the top of his boots. They're the same leather. Okay. Oh, but that's going to be the inside out part, and that's going to probably be the softer part of leather, so I'll use a different color for that. But I agree. I think they are very cool looking models. Let's see here. I could just redo all the leather. I'm going to redo all the leather. I'll just keep it in the same scheme. As Fiddlework described, this guy is thugly, so it's going to be a gaming piece. You can use him later for D&D as well. Plus I can see that that contrast paint didn't really cover everything, so that is fine. I think they look really cool. Ugly can be beautiful. I'm hoping that I can make this guy look beautiful. I'm hoping, you know. I haven't lost hope on him yet. Looking forward to Kay's stream later today, something witchy. I really like Wednesdays. I like Wednesdays because I get to have a Kay stream and I stream at the same day, so. I think painting is dope. It's just the character, the model is very thuggish. Well, I mean, so I keep calling him a thug, not because I think that this guy looks like a thug, but because the unit in Frostgrave I'm going to be playing him as is called a thug, which basically just means he has a one-handed weapon. There are thugs and thieves that you can recruit early on in the game for free, so that is what he's going to be. No, that's totally fair on how your day pans out. That is absolutely valid. By the way, do you have any updates on that model that you were painting last time? It looks like it was a Wendigo. You've got some beautiful midis that you've been working on. Something witchy. I am in love with what you've been doing. And if you want to share with my community as well, I don't know if you're already a member of my Discord, but I know that there's a lot of people, like Wolf Parable was here earlier on. So I'm not using Citadel contrast paints right now, but I did when I this light leather. I was originally in a Citadel contrast paint. I typically try to not use them too much because I find that their uses are pretty selective. Like if there's something like super high texture, they work really well. But things that are like smooth, they tend to not work as cooperatively with, in my own experience. I mean, they're very much like inks. So if you use acrylic inks, a situation where inks would work, I think that contrast paints work pretty well as well. Oh, eternal work in progress pile. No, I understand that feeling. Actually, that's kind of one of the reasons why I've been really enjoying streaming, is it kind of holds me accountable to finishing something that I start. Usually. Doesn't always work. You've probably heard Kay yell at me. Well, yell. She doesn't really yell. But she always talks about something called the Hive Mother. And what she's referring to is this sculpture that I had started and haven't finished. So, you ever hear her talking about the Hive Mother? This is what she's referring to, which is also in a elongated work in progress stage right now. But no, for paint brands I usually use Vallejo as well as MSP Core. If you're curious as to what paints I usually use. Looks like that probably needs a little touch up right there. So that's looking a little bit better. What color do we want to do his pants and his shirt? He's got like a shirt underneath this. Haven't heard of the second one before. So MSP is from Reaper. It's their Master Series paints. So they have a few lines of it. They have... there's MSP Bones, there's MSP Core, there's MSP yada yada. There's a whole bunch. I've been trying to find a good supplier for Vallejo in your city. I heard their air range is fantastic. So I haven't played with their air range. Are you in Canada, US, whereabouts? General. Yeah, I don't need to know your city. Just to see if I could give a suggestion. Because if you're in Canada, I recommend checking out... Yeah, MSP is from Reaper. Yeah. If you're in Canada, I would recommend checking out like 401 Games. 401 Games has a semi-decent collection. But I actually get almost all of my MSP paints, or not MSP paints, all my Vallejo from Sunward. What is it? Sunward Hobbies. Oh, you're another Kiwi. Okay, I have no idea then. My apologies. I wish I could give you a suggestion then. All right, you know what? Part of me feels like, okay, let's pull up. Let's see here. Let's pull up a color wheel. Okay, this is my color wheel of choice. So, how do I want to do this? I've got some browns, and I've got that color. Wait, so basically like orangish, not quite yellow. So I could go with a purple and green. Ooh, purple and green could be really cool. Like maybe like a dark purple pants. Green, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I like that idea. It's no problem. Hey, no worries. I always try to help people out in the community. I love the miniature painting community. And I find they can be very helpful and insightful. So I try to pass along the things that I learn. I do know... I don't know New Zealand very well and where Auckland is located. But I do know that they have a place that carries a lot of good hobby shop stuff. Auckland, Vallejo. So maybe be able to... What was it? Was it Vagabond? Mighty Tape? Capit? Akama Hobbies? Where was it? Hi! So I see these guys have... What is it? So Vagabond in New Zealand carries Vallejo. Mighty Tape carries some Vallejo air color, it looks like. As does Capiti Hobbies, and I'm not seeing on Acorn Models. Yeah. As for places that you can just like drive up to, I don't really know. I don't know New Zealand very well, clearly, but I always like to try and see if I can help people out. Oh, goodness, Gannon. Are you going to try and tell lies about how you're starving? This is Gannon. That's where the meowing is coming from. Hey? Yeah. Oh, you're fine, buddy. Oh, you usually find yourself back at Citadel. I don't mind the Citadel paints. They're all right. Just, the price point is... They're so much more expensive than some of the other brands. That's my biggest issue with Citadel paints. Now, mind you, that being said, they're pretty goopy. So you can thin them down and get a lot more use out of them, like if you just like dilute them. So I mean, like, you know, in terms of price point, they've got that benefit to them. But a little life preserver. No, he's got a little donut. Because the cones of shame aren't very comfortable. So he has a donut. He's got a little scab on his forehead. He keeps scratching it, tearing it off. So I'm just trying to get it to heal up a little bit better before I take the coat off of him. Donut CET. Yeah, it's even got like sprinkles on it. It's really cute. I would show, but he jumped away. He's about to start demanding food, or he starts making things in my life difficult. Our Lord and Savior. Yeah, Lord Ganon is what he gets called. A lot of my Twitch viewers have deified him. Yeah, it's all good if it'll work. No worries. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate that you came back. All right. So, ooh. Oh no. Hey, whoa now. That is. Oh. Come on. There we go. That's a little bit better. What do I got here? I've got a Violet Shadow. Sure, why not? You know, this one's got like too much chitty chat in it, so I'm gonna skip that. I'm just gonna remove it from my playlist. There we go. What kind of games do you usually like to play? Something witchy? Do you ever play like miniature games? Like, do you use your minis for D&D or for like war games? Or are you strictly a paint enthusiast? There's no wrong answer. Because for a while I was strictly a paint enthusiast, and then I started painting for. Well, no, specifically. So I started off in the hobby with Warhammer, which is how a lot of people start out with painting. And then after a while, I didn't really like the game so much and didn't have many people to play with, so I just kept painting for the sake of painting. Because I enjoyed it, the process, right? And then after that, I started painting for D&D, and now I'm finding myself painting for war games again. Both Age of Sigmar and 40k. Oh, that's exciting. So, here, one sec. Gonna blow my nose again. There we go. So I am just getting back into war games. So start off with Frostgrave, and then I, through my community, and them always posting 40k miniatures, I'm like, oh man, I started talking about 40k again. Started talking about Dark Vengeance, which was a box set I really loved. I think that was 6th edition, which kind of shows how long ago it was since I've played last. But I was like, oh man, I loved the minis in that. I kind of want to paint them again. And one of my very, very lovely and terribly generous viewers was like, hey, well, I have 2 boxes of Dark Vengeance. And I was like, oh, are you willing to sell a box? And I don't even want the Dark Angels. I only want the Chaos Marines. And he agreed. And so then I down spiraled to collect more Chaos Space Marines. Oh, you do Thousand Suns and Tyranids! Tyranids is what I painted. Tyranids is what got me started. Because I was like, ooh, scary aliens that eat people. I love it. And Thousand Suns, excellent. Chaos Undivided, though. Yeah, nope, that's totally valid. I am going to be painting mine as a Black Legion, because I like the idea that they have Chaos Undivided, but they also have like specific war bands that are dedicated to like specific chaoses. So, because I want to paint the Nurgle stuff, I want to paint a whole bunch really. So I'm going to be using the Chaos Undivided, or the Black Legion's color palette, because I really like the black and gold, and it works out really well for me. Specifically, I just like the black and gold. Picking up Dark Vengeance is actually sweet. It was the coolest box set. It was the coolest. I ended up purchasing the box set for Dark Vengeance, and back in the day I bought on eBay 2 sets of the Chaos half as well. But then one thing led to another. I was a bit short in between jobs, so I ended up selling all that. So the fact that somebody else is like, hey, I have the Chaos set, I am so giddy about it. I cannot express how happy I am. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Like the Hellbrute, the Aspiring Champion, like, oh man. The minis were they were beautifully sculpted. So I'm looking forward to it. Fiddlewort, did you get into Warhammer 40k as well? It sounds like you're at the very least knowledgeable of it. Is that another minigame that you've been eyeing at, but you don't want to overwhelm Mia too much at once? And through me, a bunch of my friends. Oh, DV was Dark Vengeance got you into the game. It's a beautiful game box. It's It's really good. Hi, Gannon. Yes, yes, yes. I know you're hungry, buddy. No one's ignoring you. I got 1 box of towel, mostly to paint. Also, from Age of Sigmar, I got a Seraphim box, mostly for D&D stuff. But the minis are pretty nice. They are nice minis. They're not the most cost-effective minis, but man, they have some really nice minis. I like that you spread it to your friends. I tried spreading it to my friends, but they had a bit of a hard time with the game. So now that I'm getting back into the models and painting those, I am wanting to see if my friends can get down with Grimdark Future from one-page rules, because that might be a bit more easy for them to digest. Start collecting the Seraphim box was funny. A fun exercise of spot the newest sculpt. It's actually funny. So I was mentioning earlier that I sold my my Chaos stuff. I managed, when going through my minis, to find 2 Chaos survivors. I'm not counting incomplete models, because I found like this headless Corn Berserker who's like got 1 hand missing, and I found another one that has like no arms and it has no head. But I did find 1 complete Corn Berserker and 1 complete Chaos possessed Marine. So that had me excited. Heck yeah, Berserkers and Possessed. Yeah, it's unpainted, but let me go grab the Possessed model. These are some of the older ones too, right? I know that they still have Possessed models, and some of the bits are the same, but I've noticed that there's largely the box set for Possessed is different than it was. So let me see if I can go pick that up. Relax. Oh no, you've got your sister going. I get okay. Hey. No. You're fine. No, stop it. Stop scratching. It's okay. There's no fire. There's no fire. I know. Hi. I will feed you in a second, okay? Wait just a second. You were so calm just a second ago. Okay. The cats are making demands and they're freaking out. So I'm going to quickly show here. So this is the Chaos Berserker. Good evening to all, Gruffy Bears. So we're just talking about some 40k stuff right now. So this was the Corn Berserker I found that survived the Purge. And this was the Possessed. He's got the horns, he's got the wings backpack, he's got the running stance, he's got the little running man going on. So I look forward to painting this, actually. The Zerker has returned. He has! Yeah, I need to feed the cats. They're freaking out right now. So I'm gonna be right back. I love the possessed Marines too. I've got a story to share with that, but I'll be right back first. Yes, I know. Here, you can feed it. I'm just gonna feed her.
Okay, cool.
Come on, come on.
Come on, Gannon.
Light is not on you.
Gannon, come here.
So feel free to talk. Say hello. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I know.
I'm your favorite in the world. I like you better.
Cool. Here. What did you do? What did you do? Oh gosh. Okay. You take the check. That's perfectly fine. No. I'm told that there's something here. Oh, it's a duck. Okay. So okay. Hello, for those who are still here, I am back from feeding the cats. So my partner has decided to replace the Mini with this ducky. So she actually has some really cool collections of toys herself, because on the other side of this is the inside anatomy of said duck, We thought you ducked out. I like that pun. That pun is great. So let's see if... Yeah, this one's going to open up pretty easily here. So inside you can see the anatomy of this ducky. Ducky is very big for Warhammer. Here you go, dear. The duck is very big for Warhammer. I do think that I will paint these guys on stream eventually, just because I have a lot of nostalgia for these. Whether or not I do it on Twitch or just in my Discord server. Because, so, I don't know about you guys, but I will associate the things I do with might have heard time getting a base. Might have heard time getting a base. Oh. I'm very tempted to play the music that I used to listen to back when I was painting Chaos. Because when I was painting Chaos Marines, I was always listening to the band In This Moment. And that is very, very different than the music that I listen to when I'm streaming. For anyone who's familiar with that band. Let's see here. Let's grab... Ooh, it is chilly in this room. Yeah. Go. So the cats are quiet now. No more screaming at me. You're back, Something Wishy. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I was saying that I might be painting these guys, the Possessed Marine and the Chaos Berserker, or the Corn Berserker, on my Discord. Because, so I do what's called Midnight Metal on my Discord server, where it's not a super chill, laid-back stream, and it is instead listening to a buttload of the music that I normally listen to. That'll be cool. Yeah. And I also do it just as like I try to make being a member of my Discord like something that you get out of it. So you get the secret stream, as well as the list of all miniatures to end all lists. List of miniatures to end all lists. So what that is I've curated a list of over 100 different producers of miniatures, all of which who sell physical minis. It's not just STL, because like I could achieve a list that size just by going to my mini factory. No. It's a list of mini producers you can purchase physically if you don't have a 3D printer, because I don't have a 3D printer, that's for sure. So I try to make sure that there's something in it for people for joining the server. So for anyone who's not already a member of it, and also it's self-promotion friendly, so obviously you can promote the stuff you're doing. It doesn't have to be streaming, it doesn't have to be mini related, it could be Dungeons and Dragons related. But yeah. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay. There's a painting competition I entered in, and I was the first person to enter. The end date is in 5 days, I think. And since I've entered it, only 2 other people have submitted their final miniature. I'm hoping that I don't win things due to a lack of contestants. I hope other people join in. Oh, Valley Dweller, nice to see you. Volume way down in work meetings. Totally understandable, bud. Totally understandable. I was just talking about my 2 last minis from before the Great Purge happened. So these are... I used to have a squad of Corn Berserkers. I used to have a squad of Possessed Marines. But these are the only ones that survived when I had to sell minis in between jobs. So... Your Corn Berserker is going to a good cause. He'll have a friend. I need to paint those guys up, and I was talking about possibly streaming them, getting painted, just because it's going to be a very nostalgic process for me. So, but it might be on my secret Discord streams. Nice to see you, Valley Dweller. Always lovely to have you. Gruffy Bears, how you doing today, bud? I saw you. I don't know if you're still in here. Oh, goodness. Oh, thank you. Oh, Slumped, you've raided. Hello, Slumpter. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. We are just working on this, this lovely gentleman. Gonna call him a thug for the time being, because I'm going to use him as a thug in Frostgrave. What were you working on today, Slumped? I saw that you, I saw the notification when I was still in bed that you were streaming. Sorry I couldn't hop in for a little bit before stream. I was very caught up in discussion on my server. We're having a discussion about old Warhammer stuff. Particularly back from when I played in 5th edition, back when I was playing Tyranids. I'm well, just recorded a podcast. Oh, excellent, Gruffy Bears. I'm excited to hear the new episode. Playing a bit of Hitman. Good stuff, good stuff. You missed it when a Jack dropped by, Gruffy Bears. Oh, you did a Seahawk hello for the diorama. Oh, the plane. You're still working on the plane diorama. Oh, that's exciting. It is a very nice diorama that you had there. I very much look forward to seeing how that turns out. I'm going to say it. I think Army Painter paints are some of the worst bottles of paint there are. Look at this here. Look how transparent that is. Like, can you see the paint that I just painted on me? I can hardly see it at all. Look how transparent that is. That's not going to do anything for me. I've got to have like big globs to do anything with it. 5,000 layers later. I know, I do not. I usually try to keep things pretty positive, but I do not like Army Painter at all. 5,000 layers later. Ugh. Layer up. Oh, goodness. It's a slippery fellow. It's getting done. Oh, that's all I can say. Honestly, I've been nothing but disappointed with Army Painter paints. Yeah, no, something witchy. I am 100% with you on that. There's a gentleman who I greatly admire, and him and Army Painter are on good terms. He seems to love their paints, which makes me happy for him. For myself, I find that Army Painter paints are very inconsistent in quality, which is something that I do not want in my paints. Like, some of them are really good paints. Crusted Sore is a great red paint. It is consistent and it never gives me problems. But some of those paints are just like, they're streaky. They're too. The viscosity is just too thin. I when I first got back into painting after a multi-year hiatus, I was like, okay, well, I need a bottle of paint, or like I need paint, and I knew that I liked Vallejo, but it seemed impossible to find in like at a good price point. I didn't have the supplier that I do now. Not that I'm sponsored, I'm not, but like I now I know where I can get them at a good price, at like in large quantities. But I bought the beginner Army Painter box set of like 80 paints or 60 paint bottles, and man, oh man, like I do not like it. I do not like it, Sam. I am. Their can primer's not bad. I use their can primer all the time. I like some of their products. Their brushes are okay. I don't know if it's just the store that I shop at, but the brushes they have no points. I feel like that might be the shop that I shop at, though, and not them. But yeah, their primer is like who I exclusively use. They've got good terrain, products. It's just their paint bottles. Their paint bottles are the only thing that I dislike. Black Magic Craft made a response video to the terrain kit that they made, just being like, don't buy this $100 kit. You could buy everything in it for $30. I thought that was humorous, because it was very on point. It's very honest and upfront. But yeah, no. I don't have any ill will against them. I just don't like their paint bottles. Their can primers, yeah. They're colored can primers. Like I got one can, two cans. No wait, that one's polyurethane. 2 cans. I've got 3 in my hallway near the entrance for fast access. Like I love their canned primer stuff. What is that? Oh, that is concerning looking. What is that? Oh, did that come from inside the can? I hope it didn't. Nope, didn't come from inside the can. That's good. There was this yellow thing, and I was like, oh goodness, I hope that didn't come out from a can. Use a Nuln wash today, first time. A little thick, easy fix. Citadel. Yeah, that's the stuff. Yeah, I love their can primer stuff. It's wonderful. It can really save some time on a paint job too if you need to like speed paint or batch paint. I think it's a phenomenal product for that. So never ill will against them. You couldn't pay me to use their paints exclusively. I know that I'm, basically burning a bridge saying that I wouldn't use their paints, but I strongly believe in not endorsing a product that I don't believe in. Not when I can buy at the same price like Vallejo at an infinitely higher quality. I'm a believer in Reaper. I love Reaper. So thus I am a Reaper partner. I have a referral link for Reaper. I love their stuff. Their washes, yes. Fiddlewort's right there. Their washes are good. Their washes are nice. I use their soft tone, strong tone, dark wash. Love those. They're very nice. Never use any of their paints, just the rattle cans. Yep. Yeah, no, the rattle cans are good. The washes are good. The metallics are all right. They're not very reflective, but they're not bad. I think that they look good on models. But they're not like realistic. Like if you want like a realistic metal, you go Vallejo. But yeah, no, I like them. I think I will say, and I think this is something that almost all companies do. When you see like hobby companies trying to sell like PVA glue or like a base glue, I will say I have a hard time with that. I do know that they do that. It's like it bothers me so much. I think it's important to have a product that you can sell alongside, like make it like a one-stop shop. But like, man, no one doesn't have white glue at home. Like, does that make sense? I always learn about paint here. Love it. Oh, well, I'm glad I'm sharing some stuff with you, Slumpter. I'm happy to hear that. But like is what I'm saying make sense about like the PVA thing? Like I have PVA glue in every direction of me because I use it a lot. Gotta get that brand name PVA glue. It's weird, right? Like it's really weird. I feel like who doesn't have like an Elmer's glue? Or like an Eileen's tacky glue. Always be flexing. It feels weird because it's always really expensive, I think. And the reason why I'm so critical about this is I think that people should have access to the hobby at an affordable price. Like that is specifically why I'm so critical. Like, no one needs army painter base glue. Like, go to your dollar store and buy like a tiny bottle of like Eileen's tacky glue and you're set. Like that's I don't know. I want to make sure that people are not taken advantage of. Let's see here. Recently you got the Gorilla Wood glue. Oh, I've heard remarkable things about the Gorilla Wood glue. Yeah, wood glue is like super powerful, tough. I think it's a mix of PVA plus an additional type of adhesive. But yeah, that stuff is super strong. Like, that's not going to break on you. It dries up so fast for wood glue. Oh, really? It dries faster too. Craft paint for dioramas? Absolutely. For my like terrain that I've been working on, this one's not really painted, but like for this, I use like homemade wash and dollar store craft paint. Like I have like cheaper than apple barrels or Applebee's. I super cheap out with that. Where's the? Oh, that's like way light. We'll mix that in with this and see how that goes. Yeah, no, I don't know. I just hope that like I try to stay positive on this channel a lot, and I do know that I can have a tendency to complain. I just really hope that people understand that when I am being hypercritical about stuff like that, it's because I want to protect people, and I want people to be well informed of the options that they have. Like, for example, purchasing a super glue that, like, you know, from Michael's instead of purchasing it from Citadel. Or like purchasing a plastic glue that's not Citadel's, because Citadel they do have plastic glue, but it's not a very good plastic glue. I started using a plastic glue that my friend gave me, and it is like 10 times stronger. Like, I have to like actually like exert a lot of force to remove it. It snaps. Yep, folk art. Yep, folk art's great. I love folk art. Yeah, no, I have. So, like for terrain and stuff. Oh. Yeah, I've got like. I don't know. How can I demonstrate this without it turning around on me too much? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, like I've got a lot of, like, this is 2 layers deep. Craft paint. Don't use your expensive paint on dioramas. The Tamiya stuff, yeah, I've heard really good things about the Tamiya paints. Plastic glue. I heard that it's really good. I haven't had an opportunity to try it out. I would love to pick some up and see if I can like just give like a 2 cents about it. At the moment, the one that I'm using, I don't like that it's a brush applicator. I know the Tamiya one is too, but I use like this Plastruct plastic weld, and man, does it stink. But it works quite well. This is not bright enough to notice it's a highlight. Oh, the Tamiya enamel paints? Because I know that their paints are enamel based. I don't know a lot about Tamiya, but I do know that, like, it's not an acrylic paint, which is why it's toxic. So good news, another good news. Today is Wednesday, so that means that Giggling Geekette is also streaming today. So when we're all wrapped up here, we can give her a raid. And like, if anyone thinks that like I have a calm, relaxing stream, man, oh man, you are in for a treat. Her stream is like hypnosis level relaxed. A wonderful community member of mine has described her stream as a ritual before going to bed, because he's UK based. Heard lots of good things about Vallejo Air. Yeah, I myself use Vallejo game color, and I've opened up to Vallejo model color because apparently they won some awards this last year. But you let me know how Vallejo Air goes. Are you using it as a brush paint? I've heard it works well as a brush paint. Despite its name indicating that it's an airbrush paint. As an airbrush, yeah, sounds good. Oh, you're gonna head out, Fiddlewort? Nice to have you join. Always lovely to see you. I'm looking forward to your next stream. For anyone who's interested, Fiddlewort is also a streamer, but Fiddlewort streams on YouTube. I don't know the exact schedule that Fiddlewort adheres to, however, he does post in my Discord server when he does go stream. So, you know, just another reason to come and hang out there if you're not already a member. Gonna go for a new acrylic before delving into enamels. Yeah. Very true, very true. Sings, they call it mellow yellow. Hey, Geeky, how's it going? Nice to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I am just painting up my bandit for Frostgrave. So, you know, we got a funky looking fellow here. Do some cool stuff with enamel washes and alcohol solvents. That's something that I've heard. Yeah. Like when you're using like enamel spirits. And I've seen what is it? Ninjon does some really cool stuff with it. Yeah, Ninjon is cool. I love Ninjon. He's got such a lovely attitude and personality. was Doggo passed away. He did a very touching tribute to his dog. Yeah, something witchy. Was it you that I was talking with that we were talking about Nurgle heroes, the blind boxes, and we were both referring to when Ninjon was painting them? I can't remember if that was with you or if that was with Wolf Parable. Apparently have a lot of conversations that I have a hard time keeping track of who was with who. Oh, you're gonna head out? Have a good one there, Slumpter. You cried to it? Yeah, I cried to it as well. I think there's no shame in crying to that story. It was very touching. As my best friend would describe it, a boy and his dog. Yeah, you have yourself a good one. Slumpter, just before... here we go. Let's do a little shout out for Slumpter here. So, Slumpter... Slumpter is another streamer. Obviously, Slumpter rated me. So, you know... I personally, you know, enjoy hanging out in his streams, and, you know, follows are free. Slumpter is also the ultimate lurk ninja. I'll go entire streams and not know that Slumpter has been hanging out the entire time. So, he gets my my nomination for ultimate lurker. Is that the brown I want to go with? Whatever, I'll go with this brown. Have a good whatever time of day. No, that's very true. One thing I have learned is that because of the time of day I stream at, I very rarely get fellow North Americans. Or at least I have a very high population of everybody. Very global audience. Viewer base. Not audience, I can't call you guys an audience. You guys are interactive. You guys are here hanging out with me. Audience just makes it sound like you just watch. I'm not a big fan of that. It's too much like fans. I'm never going to call you guys a fan. Not a fan of how that... let's go with this color. I think this color will work out better. Boop. Has a better, nicer drying color to it. Let's see here. that's nicer looking. So I don't know how many else experience this, but like most nerds who have a partner, I go and I excitedly show my paintings to my partner. Now, as Miniac? Yeah, Miniac has expressed that his partner, likewise, same goes here, is the ultimate judge. Because they will very candidly point out things like, why is it pink? Or it doesn't look black. It looks, blue. The likes. And my biggest criticism has been I use too much brown. After saying those words, I can hear her approaching. So, now I see the footsteps and the lurk. So I have been told I have to stop using so much brown. Oh man, she is investigating. I painted the pants green. The pants are green and the purple shirt. Thumbs up. Good. Okay. Can you hear the fear in my voice? So when I paint characters like this, who are covered head to toe in leather straps, she's still in the doorway. I look for now, how do I do things that are not okay? She wants to show off her toy collection too.
No, that's me watching.
Oh, this is okay. So this is now the glare of my partner. So we're gonna do this up a little bit here, and make sure she's still in the camera shot. Oh. There we go. That's my partner staring at me. Making sure that I'm not using too much brown. Did you guys hear that evil laugh? Like, oof. So yeah, so when I am painting anything that is covered in leather straps, I now look for like the color wheel, and I'm like, okay, how do I make it just not brown? What other colors can I use on this? So that is why, despite being a thug, this guy has some green pants and a purple shirt. She's trying to encourage me to use other colors of the rainbow. And I appreciate the encouragement. Getting mean Nightmare Before Christmas vibes. So this is actually this is a Tim Burton creation. Hun,
Yeah.
what is the name of the book that's from?
Melancholy something.
You have the book here in the office.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah, I think you moved it to the bottom next to where those figures were. Because I know you have the very hungry zombie down there.
Oh, the melancholy death of Oyster Boy.
Ah, yes. So this comes from this is a collectible figure that she has that comes from a collection of stories called The Melancholy Death of Oyster Boy, which is a Tim Burton creation.
The story's really short. Do you want to read it?
Ah, I once knew a girl who would stand there and stare at anyone or anything. She seemed not to care. That is this, and there's a drawing of her there too. She'd stare at the ground. She'd stare at the sky. She'd stare at you for hours, and you'd never know why. Oh god, where's this going? But after winning the local staring contest, oh no, she finally gave her eyes a well-deserved rest. She pulls out her eyeballs, and they're playing in the pool in the grass. That's horrifying. You know those video games where there's like something that you're trying to avoid, like, or else like it'll kill you in one shot, like, or like something horrifyingly invincible, like Mr. T in Resident Evil 2. Whenever I start talking about the color brown and I start hearing the footsteps of my partner, that feeling is very real. Step, 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 step. Like, for anyone who's played the HD remake of Mr. Or Resident Evil 2, what a beautiful story. Yeah, go check out the Melancholy of Oyster Boy. The Melancholy Death of Oyster Boy. It looks like it is a children's story. It is not a children's book. It is quite horrifying. The Melancholy Death of Oyster Boy, the actual short story, can be summed up as two parents tried to have a kid, and their kid had the head of an oyster. And the parents want to have a new kid, but they can't seem to get it on. And they hear about the laxative or the aphrodisiac effect of oysters, so they eat their son. That is what happens in the Melancholy of Oyster Boy. It is some real messed up stuff. Like, Tim Burton has never created anything as terrifying as that collection of short stories. She's gonna give it to you. Yes. Yes. Mr. X. Thank you. Yeah, no, that is very much the feeling when I hear the step, 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 paddle, 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 step, step, step. Oh my god, I'm talking about the color brown. Does she hear me? Or like whenever I'm like reaching for the brown paint and I subtly say out loud reflexively, I'm going to use some brown. Step, step, step. Oh. Love my partner. Respectfully fear her. Like, just a healthy level, though. You know, just a healthy level. Nothing happens. Just the disapproving glare is more than effective. Yeah, Ganon. The disapproving glare is all it takes. This guy's like a tiny Fomorian. Which, if I recall correctly, is an Irish myth creature. And Balrog was the name of a specific, or Balor, maybe, was the name of a specific Fomorian. Yeah. Well, I'm getting very happy with how this guy's coming along. I'm gonna have to redo that armor, though. That armor is not looking nice. Oh, hello, Ganon. Are you being cute? Internet's cooking out. Hey, no worries. You have a good one there, something witchy. If you get a chance to see him before you leave, you got a cute little Ganon here. Struggling to view stream even at 160. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, hopefully you get to see Ganon. Donut Cat! Yeah, there you go. You got to see him. Hi. Yeah, he's just being cute right now. He's being super cute. Because he's been fed. All been worth it. I'm glad. Yay. That being said, it's 3 o'clock. I work in an hour, so I'm actually going to have to bounce later. So I'll see you later tonight, something witchy, at K stream, hopefully. I understand that you will be busy, but we'll try to see you again, and you have yourself a wonderful rest of the night. For those who are still hanging out, I'm just going to finish up painting this handle to this mace. Nothing fancy. We're just gonna slap some brown on it, and then we'll go raid Giggling Geekette, because that is the most chill stream on the internet. Opelius got nothing on her. Love Opelius. Opelius is a wizard. That's why he uses Gandalf. But for chill, nah. I think I slapped on to paint that was too thick. Alright, I am quite happy with how that looks. Kefa Paint Studios, how is it going, Kefa? I saw that there's now a blue slot in the competition. How are you doing? I hope things are going well. I'm glad there's finally some more submissions. I was getting very worried. Just taking some progress pics of this right now here. I'm hoping we get to see some more. Oh, come on. I'm good. Got new clothes and everything. Everything fit. Oh, that's exciting. I'm happy to hear that for you, bud. Off cam, yeah. Like I said, I was just taking some progress pics. Just working on this this bandit here for my Frostgrave game. Let's see, where's the sepia? Here we go. So I don't know how much longer I will be on. I'll just give you a heads up on that. I think this is... Oh, no bad at all. There's no need for apologies here. This is an apology-free stream. You're all good, buddy. But yeah, no. You caught me close to the end of the stream, unfortunately. I think 3 o'clock is usually when I see you jump in and I'm just about to head off. But I've got a couple more details here, so let's take care of those. We can do that, and then I'm going to go raid Giggling Geekette. Were you streaming today? Headed off to the shower soon anyways. Wanted to drop by and say hello. Well, I really appreciate that there, Kefa. That's really sweet of you. I need to drop in and hang out some of your streams. I'm usually not able to because one reason or another I miss it. No stream. Gym day. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, man. Working out. That is something I need to start doing again. At very least, I need to start making use of the chin-up bar that we have at home. It's actually kind of funny. My community... Obviously, there's a lot of Warhammer players. Usually, I paint for Dungeons and Dragons, but they've led me back into the wargaming aspect of the hobby. It's kind of nice because I really like the community I have. All very supportive, very loving. And I think I was too exposed to some of the bad sides of Twitter Warhammer, you know? Channel points for chin-ups? Heck no. Oh, man. That's going to make me never accept that affiliate offer. I've been sitting on whether or not I should accept the affiliate offer or not. Because I have the email. I just haven't been accepting it. Oof, yeah, the fanboy communities. Oof. There's something else, I tell you. But I really like the community that I've got going. They're all very, just like, I don't know, positive, happy, supportive. They're not really caring or fighting about female space marines, and if anything, they're just like, yeah, do it. I like Discord because it allows me to curate my community. Yes, exactly. That is absolutely how I feel about it. Likewise, I haven't had any incidences yet, but I just make it very pretty clear, like, hey, you know, safe for work Discord. You know, my stream is safe for work, so I want to make sure that the Discord community is as well. You know, don't fight. If anything happens, you know, talk it out. If you have to do it outside of the server, do it outside the server. Because you have to keep an eye on it, otherwise it you know, it'll evolve in any direction. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. At the moment, I'm doing multi-streaming, so like once I take affiliate, I can't do that anymore. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I also kind of don't want to spam like the ads at people, and it kind of bugs me that I can't. That affiliates aren't able to turn ads off. I think you have to be a partner to do that, if I recall correctly. But hey, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I might end up changing my mind, so. Yeah, I would ideally like to grow the community before I do that. A lot of people have done that. You know, a lot of people raced for it, and I don't know. Oh no, I got a hair, and then that got the boot. Heck. Can I wipe it off? Can I wipe it off? Close enough. Ah. Yeah, but at the moment, instead, I've just got a Patreon going, so, you know, I get a whopping $2 a month. That's okay. Hey, Valley Dweller, that's your fault. What's fault? Who? No, nobody's at fault for nothing. Come on now. Or are we talking about Warhammer? Me jumping into Warhammer is my fault. How you doing, Valley? Nice to see you, buddy. I'll definitely say I'm not very aggressive with promoting the Patreon. Alright, you have yourself a good one, Kefa. Alright. So, with that, I finally cleared, but when you know... It finally cleared, but then you know that because Discord. Oh, because your Discord starts going off? I don't know if I understand what you mean. But we are going to do a raid now because I have to get ready for work myself. So let's get ready for the most chillest stream on the internet, and that is not me. So without further ado, do a little raid. Oh, gonna mute that. Good, don't distract me. I'm working too. Alright. Have a good one, buddy. Wanted to come poke at the chat after lurking for hours. Hey, it's all good, buddy. So we're just gonna go, we're gonna hang out with Giggling Geekette. And relax while I get ready for work. So have a good one, everybody, and I'll see you next time.